We hosted an event called Christmas in the Village, which is a traditional Christmas festival here in Cherry Hill Village. We hosted it here on the site of the Village Arts Factory, which is our multi-purpose arts campus on the site of a historic Ford factory. And what we were trying to accomplish was to create a community Christmas event in the old traditional style with a greens market, animals, hot chocolate, visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus, an opportunity to purchase Christmas gifts, but also just to be able to enjoy being part of a community during the winter time with all the beautiful trees and lights and festivities that come with the Christmas holiday. We have 15 vendors from all over Wayne County who will be celebrating their arts and crafts, everything from textiles to ceramics, pottery, baked goods. We even have an author coming who's selling some of his novels. It's just a really great assortment of arts, crafts, and wares, perfect for purchasing for the holidays, gifts, or for something for yourself as well. But also our own resident tenants who operate here out of the Village Arts Factory will also be selling their wares, and we're really excited that they're participating with us this year. The Cherry Hill Potters Guild will be open. We'll have our candle making studio, jewelry open. Right down here we have Jump-A-Rama, which is our gymnastics center for kids. They're going to have an open house where the kids can come and play in the gym while their parents are shopping. So it's a mix of both vendors who are coming from outside of our building, but also some of our own tenants who will be selling their wares as well. We're also really fortunate this year to have 2 food trucks coming. The ever-popular Slows from Detroit will be stopping by, as well as cilantro tacos and Mexican food. And a new coffee vendor, Hazel Coffee, will be here as well, selling her coffee, and with one of her friends who's also a pastry chef, so she'll have pastries and coffees out of her truck as well. We'll have live animals, live music, and tons of activities and crafts for the kids, as well as a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. Well, as always, when we're planning an event, we think of our tenants first because they're the ones who are operating out of our facility day in and day out. And so we want to make sure that when we're hosting and planning events, we're always catering to the needs and desires of our tenants first. And this is such a phenomenal opportunity for them to get exposure as a small local business. So we'll have so many people visiting us for the first time, guests and visitors from out of town, families who may never have come here before. So it's just amazing marketing and exposure for them, but it's also great for the businesses because each of the vendors who operate here out of the Arts Factory will be able to sell their wares and their goods and their arts and crafts as well. So it's a wonderful economic opportunity for them and wonderful exposure as well. We were absolutely astonished with the turnout. This is not our very first one. We had one last year as well, which also had a good turnout. Unfortunately this year, because of the weather and the gale force winds, we had to bring our event indoors this year, which made us a little worried that attendance would be light just because of the cold temperatures and the winds. But we were astonished with the huge attendance. Probably upwards of 2,000 people walked through our building that night. And they enjoyed everything that we had to offer. We had very positive feedback, and out of the 300 kids activities, individual crafts that we had available, they all went. So we know we had at least 300 kids and their families. The food truck sold out of food. The vendors sold out of their wares. We were thrilled with the enthusiasm and the attendance from the community. I think this was such a great event for Canton Township, and maybe more specifically for Cherry Hill Village. It was a chance to sort of feature this area and have a nexus, a central focus point for the season, a place for the whole community to gather and celebrate the winter season together. So I think what we were able to provide the community was a beautiful sense of spirit and joy and community while celebrating the holiday at the same time. The event itself was free to attend, and in fact, thanks to our really generous sponsors, all of the kids' activities were also free. And so it was really important to us to provide this as a free opportunity for the community to come out and enjoy the festivities without having to worry about cost. And if we can really expand this festivity to include the entire outdoor campus, I'm thinking more vendors, more food, more music, more space, and lots of outdoor activities, maybe even heated tents and braziers. This could really become a major event of the season for Canton Township and Cherry Hill Village.